Tory Lanez Instagram account shared a message recently. And for those who don't know, Tory Lanez is still in jail.
Been in jail for a long time.
So he says here, from Tory. I don't know who else it would be from on his Instagram account, but
Well, because he is in jail. So,
so you want to make
maybe
sure that we don't
sometimes.
misconstrue the message and
Right.
think another person wrote it.
Right. Like maybe it's his people that post sometimes. This time he wanted to let us know that it was him.
Yep. Here we go. From Tory. Separate art from the artist and just enjoy your life. Dot, 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 dot. It's really not that deep, G. LOL.
From Dash. No.
So you don't think it's ever okay to separate the art from the artists?
Don't do that.
You
Don't
said
ever
no,
me.
so I'm
Don't
asking.
ever. Don't ever me. We were speaking about Tory Lanez said this. Tory Lanez,
But he
who
didn't
is
say
con-
only do
who
it for
is
him.
convicted.
Right, but he didn't say only for myself. He said of statement that's a blanket statement. Separate the art from the artist
But
and
who do you
just
think?
enjoy your life. So
But who
I'm
do you,
asking you, you immediately said no.
who
So
do you
I'm
think is at the top
asking,
of Tory's list when he's talking to us?
no, we know it's about himself, especially when he has a new album out. But I'm asking you, your response was no. So that's what I'm asking. I'm asking, is it a blanket no for you, or is you didn't even let me finish? That's why I was gonna ask. Are you saying blanket no to his blanket statement, or are you just saying no to Tory Lanez?
I'm saying no to Tory Lanez.
Okay.
I'm also saying no to R. Kelly. I'm
Okay.
saying
No, please go. I'm with you. I'm gonna answer.
Tory Lanez is confused.
Okay. How was he confused?
In a similar way that Robert Kelly was confused when he did that Gail interview, and
Okay.
continues to be confused, to be honest. These men think that someone did something to them.
Hmm.
That is not what happened. Stop rewriting history. Like, this stuff comes from them not realizing that they actually did something wrong
Okay.
and not accepting that they did something wrong. And I thought, when you go to prison, part of that time off, part of that time away, allows for some reflection
Sure.
and accepting the shit that went wrong.
I mean, it's a lot of people locked up that claim their innocence
And I am not
with
speaking
with
about
a
him.
variety of I don't want to say allegations, convictions, a variety of crimes accused.
Yes. And I am fully aware of that. And again, I'm not here to make blanket statements about everyone who has gotten caught up. Never roll down my sleeves. Everyone who has gotten
Came ready to fight, nigga said, that's it.
caught up.
Fighting today.
I was washing my hands before we. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about everyone who's gotten caught up in the prison system. I'm not gonna do that. I
Okay.
can't speak for all of those people, and I cannot speak to all of their situations. And yes, I do understand that there are people who are incarcerated who shouldn't be. I understand that there are people who committed crimes that are that they are serving sentences for that are far beyond what the crime was. I understand all of this, and I am sympathetic to that. I'm speaking about people like Tory Lanez. I'm not speaking about anyone else. That's why I purposely use those two, Tory Lanez and R. Kelly. They gotta stop. They gotta stop acting like they did nothing wrong, and like they're innocent. They're these innocent people that just, the world was against them. Much like we're seeing, he has not been convicted yet, so I didn't say his name. But much like we're seeing when we get statements from Diddy's people about, how this is just ridiculous, and oh my gosh, why do you guys think
Meaning,
this?
meaning his legal team. You mean Diddy's legal team, or you mean someone close to him?
Diddy's legal team.
Okay.
And they're doing what they're supposed to do, don't get me wrong. But this idea that we're all in on something that like they had nothing to do with, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. That's why people can't separate the man from the music. Like, if people know that you're an abuser, it's harder for them to separate the man from the music. I don't, what are you asking people to do here?
Okay, I received that.
It's just, and again, I'm not saying this about everyone.
Mhm.
I'm saying this about specific people that we know got themselves caught up in some shit.
Mhm.
It's frustrating because it's like you got a lot of nerve to be telling people what they should or should not do or should not listen to. You don't you think you earned that? That's the real question. They think they earned that? You think you earned loyalty from us? No. None of y'all. And just to be clear, nobody has that kind of loyalty. But then you go and you do crazy, heinous shit, and you want people to still be on your side. Why? You want me to listen to your music and just forget?
That's what he's asking. Well, he's saying separate, not forget.
Huh?
Separate. He's not saying forget. He's saying separate.
Okay.
I'm only saying what he said.
If we're gonna get caught up on words and the way he phrased the sentence, then I hear you. Like, if that's the case, if I'm saying it incorrectly, then I just
No. I don't.
it's just
I think
annoying.
it's perspective. Um, I think a couple of things. I think number one is unfortunate that we have people who are so talented, who are also some so foul, right? Um, if we are to believe what Diddy has done, then Diddy is a foul dude, right? If we are to believe what Cosby did, and Cosby is a foul dude, right? The list goes on. R. Kelly is one of the people you brought up, and I think he's a good example of that. This is someone who, excuse me, this is someone who is ridiculously talented, but also ridiculously foul. And so I think that, in my opinion, this has to be. I think it's unfortunate. Let me start here. I think it's unfortunate that we have people who are extremely talented, but also doing extremely foul things. And no, I don't think one excuses the other. Now, as far as the separation, because this thing that Tory is saying, that's what a lot of people have been saying for years with Cosby, with R. Kelly. Those two specifically, I constantly hear separate the art and the artist. Even with Kanye West, plenty of people say, really weird, foul dude, amazing musician in more than one way. And that we should separate the two things. I think that's challenging to do. I think that has to be taken on a case by case basis and on a person by person basis, because what I might feel is okay to separate, someone else may say no. I give an example. I don't think Michael Jackson did the shit they accused him of. But if someone does think that Michael Jackson did those things to children, I can see where they can't listen to his music. I can understand that. So that's why I say I think it has to be taken on a case by case basis and also an individual basis. Because what I think may be too heinous of an accusation or a committed crime, someone else may say, I don't believe that. Or I don't think it's as big of a deal. Now I will say, and this is where I disagree with you, I think comparing Tory Lanez and R. Kelly is a bad example because their crimes are very different. What they are convicted for are extremely different. Tory Lanez is convicted of multiple crimes, but not what the public accuses him of or believes he did. We've discussed this before on and off the pod. Tory Lanez did not go to jail for shooting Meg. He went to jail for 2 or 3 other crimes. I think the worst one was shooting a firearm in a public space or something like that. And so, yeah, is that bad? Of course it's bad. Let's go extreme and say he did shoot her. That's bad too. But what R. Kelly did is way worse. And so I understand that they're both saying, hey man, separate the art from the artist. But I think keeping them in the same sentence and looking at them the same way is very different.
They're both saying the same thing, and that's the only reason why I'm saying this. I'm not saying this because I think that their crimes are the same. I'm simply speaking to the fact that time and time again we have heard about separating the man from the music when it comes to R. Kelly because he's just the best R&B singer of all time, so we have to. Like it's frustrating because, and he himself has basically said that, or in so many words said things that are similar. My point here is not to say that they're what they've done is the same. My point here is to say I don't think they have a right to tell us what we should separate. I think they lost that right to even request that. I think that we should be able to decide what we can stomach and what we can't. As individuals, everybody, whatever you can tolerate, you think they've done nothing wrong, you think they've done something wrong, you think you can listen to their music, you think you can't, that is up to you. But I don't think that people who have been in these situations and we have evidentiary proof of things that may have happened, I don't think they get to then come out and publicly tell us whether we should be separating their music from it or not. I don't think they have that right.
I got you. I understand that. Yeah, I think it's also super convenient. And if I had the Cardi B clip ready, I'd play it. But I think it's super convenient that Tory Lanez is saying this while he's got a new album out.
But that's exactly why he's saying it.
Yeah. So it's like, all right, dog, you wouldn't be saying this probably. I mean, I can't know it for a fact, but it sounds like you probably wouldn't be saying that if you weren't in these circumstances.
I mean, that's what frustrates me. It's like, who gives you the right? What gives you the right to come out and tell us that we should separate the man from the music? Why?
Right. I can understand that.
So I don't think, just so we're clear, I don't think that the crimes are the same. No, I don't think they're the same. I just think they are two people who have said the same thing.
Yeah. And truly, maybe what I see is wrong, but I don't think Tory needed to say that. I think Tory's following is still pretty much Tory's following. I don't think, based on what I'm seeing personally, I don't I don't think his fan base has wavered much.
And I don't think the other guy. I think the other guy still has a fan base too,
Oh yeah, but he took a big hit.
which is fine. But I'm just saying, he's not.
Yeah, I'm
There
saying
are
from what
still
I see, Tory fans are
people.
still Tory fans. Like, listen, let's be clear. R. Kelly is one of, to me, probably the greatest R&B act of my life. But I can't listen to him the same way I did before. Doesn't mean I'm never gonna listen to him. No. But can I just bump R. Kelly on a daily basis? No, hell no. Of course not. I'm saying that way that I'm saying I am, I don't see that from Tory fans. From what I see, Tory fans are like, hey man, that trial was bullshit, and I'm still riding with him and still playing the music every day. So I'm saying that to say I could be wrong. I'm just speaking about what I have seen myself, personal experience. I I don't think he needed to say that because if you remember, while the trial was happening or right before the trial, he was selling a project for $1, and he put screenshots up that he sold 1 million copies of that. That was after the accusation. So I don't think his fans have wavered that much. So I think this is convenient and also unnecessary.
I just. I don't know. I, I think it's. I think it's just it's an annoying thing to see because it's just like you don't you don't need to do that.
I feel you. Um,
But, they'll tell me I hate black men or something in the comments.
nah, I don't think you came off like that. And if they do, fuck them. I don't think you came off that way. I think you spoke your piece, and I think you made a compelling argument for your side. And I don't fully disagree either. Like I said.